Hello and welcome to your mat. My name is Stacey. For today's practice, if you have them, you'll want to have an optional 1 to 2 yoga blocks and a yoga strap nearby. If you don't have those, that's okay. You can substitute or skip them completely. Go ahead and get what you need, and I'll meet you lying on your back in Shavasana. And take a few moments to really settle onto your back. Your arms and legs are wide away from your body. And tuck your shoulder blades beneath you, opening up through the chest as you tuck your chin and slightly lengthening up through your neck. Beginning our practice here in Shavasana to give ourselves the opportunity to let go of our day, to settle into stillness, and begin to connect with your breath. And taking long, slow breaths in and out through your nose. Each breath in, the belly rises up towards the ceiling. And each breath out, it settles down towards your mat. Big breath in, belly rise, body expanding. And as you breathe out, it softens, contracts. Continuing with your own rhythm of breath. Slowing the inhales and softening the exhales. Feel the subtle movements that come along with every breath. Changes of your body shape. Keep the awareness of your breath. Start to turn your gaze over to the right. The rest of your body remains in stillness as you slowly bring the right ear down towards your mat. You can play with the height of your chin, drawing it closer or further from your shoulder. Keep breathing into your belly and allowing your body to grow heavy into your mat. Draw your gaze back through center, and then over to the left. If you haven't already, you can consider closing your eyes. Just eliminating any visual distractions that may be around you. Your gaze comes back through center. Pause in the center. Then we'll start to wiggle fingers and toes, bringing movement into the body slowly. Find some rotations through your wrists and ankles in both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Reach your arms up overhead, allowing the arms to rest on the floor with as much or as little bend through the elbows as you need. And take a big breath in, lengthen from the fingers to toes. Exhale, let go of that effort, melt back into your mat. Big breath in, find some length, stretching fingers away from the toes. Exhale, release. One more time, big full body stretch, lengthening and hold. And then slowly exhale. Your arms are still up overhead. We're going to start to walk our feet to the bottom right corner of your mat. Stay grounded through your left hip. And we'll start to walk the upper body to the right as well. Looking for a stretch up the left side of your body. So the arms, the head, the feet are all over to the right. The hips are centered or slightly to the left. If this is a little too much in your shoulders, you can always release your right arm at your side. To go a little bit deeper, you can cross left ankle over the right. Just make sure that you're not lifting your left hip up off of the ground. We're breathing space into the left waist, left ribs, the entire left side body. Every few breaths, if you start to feel the stretches eased off, you can always move a little bit deeper by walking your feet or upper body over to the right, finding your new point of sensation. Slowly find your way back through center. Pause for a moment, just noticing differences from side to side. Take a big breath in to lengthen, full body stretch. Exhale, let that go. We'll move through the opposite side, so keep the pelvis, the hips where they are. Start to walk the feet to the bottom left of the mat first. And without shifting the hips, we're going to slide the upper body to the left as well. Coming into a C shape or banana shape with your body in the opposite direction. Creating space in the right ribs. The right waist, hip, and leg. Maybe every few breaths you find yourself a little bit deeper by sliding the feet, the hands over to the left, maybe even crossing right ankle over the left. And then slowly find your way back through center. As you land in the center, take a full body stretch one last time, lengthening as much as you can. This time on the exhale, we'll bend through the knees, bring them in towards your belly. You can interlace your fingers around the knees, shins, or back of your thighs. You can also hold on to pant legs, or if you have a yoga strap, a dog leash, belt, or tie, you can use that behind your legs as well to add some length to your arms. Just the same as we found the full body stretch before, can you lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head with each breath in? Each breath out, gently hug your knees in towards your belly. Big breath in to lengthen. Exhale to squeeze. Finding that subtle movement to the own rhythm of breath. Next time you lengthen through your spine, pause there. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side. Pause in the center. Hug the knees in towards you. We're going to find a twist by sending the knees over to the right. Depending on how far you're able to go in your twist, you may find the knees are a little bit higher up. That's okay. They can be there in space. You can fill that void with a block, pillows, folded up towel or blanket. Any low back sensitivities, you have the option of placing a prop between the knees as well, just to create some space for your lower back and pelvis. Keep your heart open to the ceiling above you, drawing the left shoulder down towards the mat, even if that means your knees come up a little bit higher. See if you can take long, slow breaths into the lower left belly. Drawing the left hip away from your shoulder with each breath in. Maybe deepening the twist, contracting a little bit with each breath out. You can remove any props that may be in the way. With or without the help of your hands, draw your knees back through center. Hug them in towards your belly. Once again, finding a few deep breaths here. Each breath in fills your belly, draws the knees away from you. Each breath out, the belly contracts. You're able to hug your knees in a little bit closer. Next time the knees are hugged in towards you, we're going to find our twist in the opposite direction. It's normal to be different from side to side, so maybe this time you choose to use props beneath or between the legs. Maybe it looks a little bit different than the first side. Listening to your body, making any adjustments that you need. This time we're filling the lower right belly with breath. creating space between the right hip and the lower right ribs with every breath. Just a few more breaths on this side. When you feel ready, removing any props, draw the knees back through center. Lower the soles of your feet onto the floor and take a gentle rock of the knees from side to side. Just releasing any last remaining tension from the low back and pelvis. Pause in the center, draw your right knee in towards your belly. Take hold of the right knee or the back of the thigh by interlacing fingers or using your strap. Left leg can extend long to the bottom of your mat, deep flex in your left ankle. We're going to draw the left toes towards your face, but you can soften through the right ankle. Reaching the left heel now away from the crown of the head, finding a full body stretch from the left heel to the top of the head with every breath. Each breath out, maybe you hug the right knee in a little bit closer to you. You can stay here in the center or slide your left foot to the bottom left corner. Take slow motion circles with the right leg. So the right knee is still bent. We're just drawing little circles with the hip joint. You can keep your left hand on the left hip, encouraging it down towards the mat. Keep it from swaying side to side. Circle in the opposite direction. The next time you come through a point of tension, wherever you feel this stretch most, we're going to pause there. And so maybe you're back in the center, maybe the right knee is reaching beyond the right shoulder. Wherever it feels best, just pause there. Taking a few breaths in stillness. Draw the right knee back through center. If it's not already there, left leg finds center as well. Take one more breath here in the middle. And then draw your left leg in to meet the right. With both legs hugged in towards your belly, you can have the legs as close or as far apart as you like, creating some room for your belly. And take your grip over to the left leg as we extend the right leg long. Reach the right heel away from the crown of your head as you hug your left knee in. Always the option here to use a strap or some variation of a yoga strap. Add length to your arms, maybe giving them the opportunity to rest comfortably on the floor instead of having to lift your head up, lift your shoulders to reach around your leg. See if you can keep your right leg active. The toes will automatically start to fall over to one side. Keep them drawn up through center. The thigh muscle squeezes in towards the bone. The left leg can be passive. The muscles can soften as you hug the knee in towards you. If you feel good where you are, stay just in that position. If you'd like to go into a little bit more of a hip opener, you can slide the right leg to the bottom right corner. Place your right hand on the right hip to encourage stillness in that area as you draw slow motion circles with the left leg. Circle in the opposite direction. And as you find that point of tension, wherever it feels best in your body, just pause there. Slowly bring your left leg back through center. Slide the right leg through center as well. Bend through the right knee. Bring it in to meet the left. One more time, just taking a gentle rock from side to side. Land in the center. Let the soles of your feet find the floor. Reach your right arm up overhead. Roll over onto your right side. You can use the right arm as a pillow. Let the left palm rest softly on the floor or your body. Hug your knees in towards you, rounding through your back. And just the same as we filled our bellies with breath, can you now send that same breath to the back of your body? Let your ribs expand in all directions. The back body now able to move more freely, that it's been lifted up off of the floor. Stay present here in the breath, maybe closing your eyes. Letting go of any attachment to any of the previous postures. Any anticipation of what's to come. Just really allowing yourself to be present here on your mat, connected to breath. When you feel ready in your own time, find your way up to a tabletop position. Shoulders are over your wrist, hips are over your knees. We'll take a little sway from side to side, sending your left shoulder towards the left hip, then the right shoulder to right. Swaying yourself from side to side, allow your head to fall heavy. Just welcoming some gentle movement into the spine. Pause in the center, neutral spine, gazes to the floor. We'll move now through cat and cow. Your toes can be tucked or untucked. Take a big breath in, lift the tailbone, belly drops, pull your heart forward, lift it up. Exhale, scoop your tailbone, rounded spine, hollow at the chest as you look to your belly. Big breath in, lifted tailbone, pull the heart forward, lift it up for cow. Exhale like a Halloween cat, pressing firm through the hands as you hollow at the chest and look to the belly. Big breath in, cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. Taking 3 more in each direction, following your own rhythm of breath. Linking each movement to a breath and allowing each cycle to be a little bit slower than the one before it. No rush to get there at all, but when you finish your 3, just landing in a neutral spine. Once your big toes come towards each other, knees go wide apart. Send your hips back towards your heels for child's pose. Your forehead is reaching down towards the mat or onto a pillow or block. And fingertips start to slide away from you. We keep the shoulders drawn back into their joints. Each breath in, we're going to continue to lengthen through our spine. Each breath out, the hips grow heavier towards the heels. They do not have to touch. If you're really tight through the hips, you do have the option of coming to sit onto a block or a stack of pillows. Rolling up blankets or towels behind the knee joints may help as well. Lots of different options to make your practice a little bit more comfortable, enjoyable. Ground down to the palms of your hands. Draw yourself up slowly. Neutral spine, tabletop pose. Walk the knees back a couple of inches. For a modified plank, we won't be here long. Stay long through the spine, all the way up the neck. Gazes to the floor. Take a big breath in to lengthen. And slowly, with control, bend through the elbows. Keep them drawn in towards the ribs as you lower down onto your mat. Palms of your hands stay on the floor beneath the shoulders. Elbows squeeze in and back towards the heels. Shoelace side of your feet are on the mat, pressing down firm. As you breathe in, lengthen and lift. Collarbones, 1 or 2 ribs comes up off of the mat. Exhale to lower. Big breath in, lengthen and lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Each time we come, maybe a little bit higher, using the strength of your back, not the palms of the hands, to lift up here. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. This time we're going to lengthen and lift. Collarbones, 1 or 2 more ribs comes up off of the ground. Neutral neck here, so we're looking at the floor a few inches beyond the fingertips. Little to no weight in the palm of the hands, elbows squeeze in and back behind you to stay open through your chest. And we're pressing down so firmly through the tops of the feet that the knees start to lift, the thighs engage. Keep breathing. We're holding the pose, but not the breath. Exhale to lower. Press so your palms come up through tabletop. And find your child's pose, sending your hips back towards the heels. This can be as active or as passive as you like, maybe bending through the elbows with the arms rest softly on the floor, or reach back behind you as an option as well. Extend your arms out in front of you if they're not already there. Rise back up to tabletop. If you have sensitive knees, you have the option here of folding your yoga mat up underneath of the left knee for some extra cushion, using a blanket or a towel as well. And so if you choose to have support under the left knee, that's perfectly fine. If you don't, that's okay too. We're going to extend the right leg back behind us, lower the toes onto the mat. Keep your hips as even as you can as you start to press back into the right heel. And as if you're trying to step the entire right sole of the foot onto the mat. You can play with the weight on the big toe mound, the pinky toe side of the right foot. See where you feel the stretch most. And keep shifting weight towards the heel of the right foot, inching it closer and closer to the mat. Bring your weight forward. Start to turn the right toes towards the right side of the room. Bend your right knee. Step forward to the top right corner of the mat. Take as many steps as you need to get there. You can even reach back with the right hand, pick it up and carry it forward if that feels best. Your hands can be on the mat or up onto blocks. If you have sensitive wrists, you can also come up onto fists. Choosing as much or as little bend in the left leg as you need. So if you're in a 90-90 position, as long as you're feeling a stretch up the front of the left leg, then that's your lunge today. We're in a nice wide stance with the right foot out towards the edge of the mat. The left toes reaching behind you. It may feel best to turn the toes of the right foot a little bit further out to the right. Maybe even coming up onto the pinky toe edge of the right foot, lifting the inner arch off of the floor, as if you're showing the inseam of the right pant leg to the sky. And you can stay on your hands. You can lower down onto forearms, onto blocks, or onto the floor. Just taking a few breaths in this wide stance lunge. And if you're all the way down, start to rise back up onto your hands. Bring the sole of the right foot onto the mat. If you've tipped it open, we're going to heel toe the right foot through center. So now we're in a little bit more of a narrow stance. But you want your feet to still be about hip distance apart. You don't have to be walking on a tightrope. Squeezing your inner thighs together as the outer hips reach out and back behind you, staying active through your legs. And the right knee is pointing the same direction as the right toes, not falling out to the side. And you can always choose the height of your blocks that feels best for you. Bring your hands up onto a chair as an option as well. And if ever it becomes too much, you can certainly bring a bit more of a bend into the left leg. From the lunge position, we'll start to walk our hands back towards our hips. Straightening through the right leg, draw the right toes towards your face. You're sinking your hips down towards the left heel. Just really focusing that it's the left hip coming towards the left heel, not the right hip scooping over to the side. You want to be tracking those hips back evenly through the center of the mat. The sits bones reaching towards the back of the mat, the room behind you, as if they're dragging the right heel across the mat towards you without actually moving it. And we'll walk ourselves forward, bend through the right knee, returning to our low lunge. Both hands to the inside of the right leg, heel toe, your right foot to the outer edge. Shift your hips back a little bit, slide the right leg back to meet the left. Returning to tabletop. Take a gentle sway of your hips from side to side. And we'll find a child's pose, just taking a moment here to release through the wrists. Maybe even bend the elbows a little bit, take some rotations through your wrists. And before settling into stillness in your child's pose. Rise back up all the way. We'll prepare for the opposite side. So now that we know where you're going, you may choose to put an extra sweater or blanket underneath of the right knee. You can also fold up your mat for a double layer. Left leg this time is going to reach behind, tuck the toes and lower it down onto the mat. Keeping your hips as even as you can, start to press down through the left heel, as if you're stepping the sole of the left foot onto the mat. Shifting weight from the big toe mound to the pinky toe side. See where you feel the stretch most. Notice if you're clenching your teeth or holding on to tension in other areas of the body. Maybe you're shrugging shoulders up towards the ears. Where can you find softness so that you can focus the stretch and the effort to the left calf and the back of your left leg? And shift a bit of weight forward. Shoulders over wrist. Turn the left toes to the left side of the room. Bend the left knee. Taking as many steps as you need to bring your left foot up towards the top of the mat. Whatever transition works best in your body, just finding your way to that wide stance lunge for dragon pose. Again, you don't have to have a straight leg in the back. You can have as much bend as you like. You can tip over onto the pinky toe side of the left foot, lifting the inner arch if that feels good. And you can be up onto fist to protect sore wrists. You can bring forearms down onto blocks or onto the mat. And you can bring your hands onto blocks at whichever height works best for you to stay long through the spine and keep the heart open. And lots of different options, none better than the rest. It can even change from day to day in your own body. Start to rise up all the way onto your hands if you're not already there. Sole of your left foot will find its place on the mat, and we'll just start to walk that left foot through center, framing it with your hands. About hip distance between your two legs. And find a low lunge that works best for you. So maybe now that we're in the center, you have to bend the right leg a little bit. Maybe now that you've held a lunge for a while, you have room to go deeper by extending the right leg behind you. Staying active, draw the left heel towards the back of the mat without actually moving your foot. And the right knee is being drawn towards the front of the mat without moving your leg as well. Those opposing forces, activating through the hips, the thighs, the glutes, rather than sinking in and dropping down towards your mat. With your hands on the floor or on blocks, start to walk them back towards your hips, using whatever height of block or no block works for you. Left toes are being drawn towards the face. Lifting the sits bones back behind you as you pull your heart forward. We're not necessarily trying to touch our forehead to our shin here. Instead, think of drawing your heart beyond your toes, really lengthening through the spine. The hips are tracking through the center of the mat. We're not shifting the left hip over to the right side. And then walk your hands forward to frame your front foot. Pause for a breath or two. Left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Walk your left foot to the outer edge first. Shift your hips back, and then we'll slide the left leg back to meet the right. Whatever transition works for you to find your way back into tabletop. You can pick up one hand at a time, rotating through the wrist in both directions, just releasing any tension that may have developed. Left palm stays on the floor. We're in that tabletop position. Ground down through the left hand, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right hand between the left arm and your body as you slide it over to the left side, lowering the top right corner of your head to the mat. Press down through the left palm once again, reach the right fingertips high, opening your heart to the right side of the room. Exhale, thread the right arm through, palm faces up as you lower the right shoulder, top of your head to the mat. One more time, just like that. Press with the left palm, reach up overhead. Exhale, thread it through. This time we're going to land in the pose. So we're sliding the right fingertips over to the left, lower the right shoulder towards the mat. Top right corner of your head finds the mat as well. Left palm can stay on the floor right where it is, or you can walk your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Keep reaching the right fingers to the left side, pressing down to the entire length of the right arm. If you'd like to go a little bit further, option to send your left fingertips first towards the sky and then back behind you, reaching towards your low back, maybe even reaching around the right side of the ribs to take hold of the right thigh, coming into a bind. Just notice if your breath is becoming short or sharp. It could be a sign that you're going a little bit too far. Maybe changing the position of your hand and finding somewhere you're able to feel a stretch, sense of openness without too much compression. Continue to press down to the entire length of the right arm, sliding those right fingertips away from you while keeping the shoulder drawn back into its joint. Wherever you have landed, bring that left palm back to the mat in front of your face. Press down to the left palm, slide the right arm back through, reach up overhead, big breath in. Then lower the right hand onto the mat. Moving to the opposite side, this time the right hand finds the floor. Big breath in, left hand reaches up and overhead towards the sky. Slowly draw that left hand through, reaching it over to the right as you lower the left shoulder to the mat. Press down to the right palm, big breath in, reach up high. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread it through. Once you find your positioning, settling into it, extending those left fingertips over to the right, grounding down to the left arm. Decide if you'd like to keep the bent elbow, right palm by your face, or straighten the arm, walk it towards the end of your mat. Maybe on this side you decide to go for the bind by reaching up with the right arm over your back towards the left thigh. It does not have to touch. Opening your heart to the room at the right. Really focus on lengthening the breath and softening the exhales rather than allowing your body to simply deflate. Right hand finds the mat in front of your face. Press down to the right palm. Reach up overhead with the left. Big breath in. And exhale, left hand finds the mat. Take a gentle sway from side to side, right shoulder to the right hip, and then the left. Releasing to the back of the neck. Neutral spine. From tabletop, we're going to tuck the toes of both feet behind you. We're looking for a stretch up the soles of the feet. So for some of you, this may already be stretching the soles of your feet. Stay just as you are. There's no need to go further. You can always bring your hands up onto fists to protect your wrists. And if you're not quite feeling a stretch in the soles of your feet, you can start to walk your hands closer to you, bringing the hips down towards your heels. Now, as you come into this position, you may notice the heels of your feet start to tip out from each other. See if you can draw them back through center, keeping the feet as parallel as possible, like the number 11. Your hands can stay on the floor. You can walk them up your thighs, coming to sit up tall. And if you'd still like to go a little bit deeper, you can try walking the knees a bit further away from the feet while keeping the heels stacked over the toes. Again, this is not an area that lots of people stretch on a regular basis, so if it becomes too much for you, give yourself permission to come back out and join back in when you're ready. Maybe you try to close your eyes and really focus on the breath rather than focusing on the stretching sensation. Sometimes once we notice that deep, deep stretch, we start to hyper-focus on it, making it seem worse than it is. If instead you focus on slow breathing, a sense of expansion with every breath, you may notice it starts to ease off a little bit. Just a few more breaths in this position if you're still holding on. And then wherever you are, start to find your way slowly back to a tabletop position. You can untuck your toes, give the toes a little wiggle on the mat, rocking heels from side to side, or giving them a little tap. And from here, we're going to bring one hip down onto the ground. It doesn't matter which. Swing the legs around, and we're going to find our way onto our back. Knees bent to begin. Soles of the feet on the floor, knees tip into touch as the feet walk a little bit wider apart. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Taking a few moments to find some breaths here on your back. With the knees touching the feet wide apart, it gives the low back, pelvis just a moment or two to really settle into the mat, release any tension. This is always a great alternative if you have low back sensitivity to come here instead of Shavasana at any time. Heel toe, the feet towards one another. Right foot reaches up towards the sky. Deep flex in the right ankle so your toes are drawn towards the shin. And then turn the toes towards the right side of the room. Bend the right knee, bring the pinky toe edge onto the left thigh. Really pressing firmly from the right foot into the left thigh as you guide the right knee away from you. Keep pressing the left hip down towards the mat. And we're looking for a stretch into the outer right hip and glute. If you're already feeling it, stay just as you are. If you're not quite feeling a stretch yet, draw the left knee in towards you. Take hold of the back of your left thigh, either by interlacing fingers, holding your pant leg, or using a strap or strap substitute. If in this position you feel your shoulders lifting up, your head lifting up, it could be a sign that you would benefit from a strap. And if you're still not feeling a stretch, you can hold on to the left shin instead. Now, as much as we're drawing the left knee in, the right knee continues to reach away from us. We want all four corners of the pelvis reaching for the mat. Maintaining length through the low back especially. As you hug the left knee in towards you, you can try it coming through the center, maybe off to the left side a little bit. See where the stretch feels best. Come back through center, lower the left foot to the floor. The right foot joins it. Take a little rock of the knees from side to side. And then we'll move through the opposite side. Left foot reaches up towards the sky. Deep flex in the ankle. Even as you do that, you may feel your tailbone, your bum start to lift up off of the mat. Can you ground down through all four corners of your pelvis? Then turn the toes to the left. Bring the pinky toe edge of the left foot onto the right thigh and press the two together. Your right hip is going to want to shift up towards the right shoulders. See if you can keep it stable, even using your right hand to encourage it down to the mat as you guide your left knee away from you. Keep that neutral spine as you opt to bring the right leg in towards you, taking hold of the back of the right thigh, maybe the right shin. If you notice that you're scooping your tailbone up towards the sky, lifting the pelvis off the floor, maybe the option is to use a strap for your legs. Maybe you lower the right foot a little bit closer to the ground, or even step the right foot onto a block to allow your upper body to rest softly and the low back to lengthen. There's lots of different bodies practicing different injuries, ranges of motion. So if ever there's a posture that's not working for you, please do not hesitate to reach out. I have a lot of modification ideas, and I'm happy to work with you to let your practice be a little more enjoyable. I'm going to take just a few more breaths on this side. If the right foot is lifted, we'll lower it to the mat. Let the left foot join it. One last little wag from side to side. Getting rid of any last remaining tension. And then when you feel ready, extending your legs long to the bottom of the mat. Release your arms at your sides, setting your body up for its final resting pose, Shavasana. And take one last scan of your body. Look for areas of tension, tightness. Anywhere left that you may be holding on. With every breath into your body, offer some softness. With every breath out, the body grows deeper and deeper into relaxation. The muscles begin to release and let go. Without judgment, without attachment, taking note of any changes from when you first landed here on your mat. Noticing how throughout your practice, even if only for brief moments of time, the focus of breath, the focus of movement, alignment, and postures took over the thoughts that once raced through your mind without noticing or realizing at the time, perhaps finding a few moments of peace from those thoughts. And while you may not be able to take a particular posture throughout your day, that awareness of breath is always available to you. When you're feeling overwhelmed, under pressure, Turn your mind's eye back to your breath. Whether somewhere at work, standing in line at a store, start to focus on the inhale, the movement, the expansion of your body, followed by the exhales as you soften, letting go of the awareness, the frustration, the stress, or triggers around you. This practice of stillness, of focus on breath, will continue to be yours for as long as you choose to allow it. When you do feel ready to get up and go, do so as slowly and mindfully as you can. With such gratitude for you joining me here on your mat today and always. Namaste.